Hello, Cliff Stanwick, Stanwick Real Estate, and I'm asking a question that every buyer is looking for the answer. Are you a seller? Real truths about selling your home. Thank you for joining me, and this is another YouTube video and Facebook Live where I'm basically looking at the housing market, and the housing market has been pretty much overwhelmed with a lot of misinformation. And one of the more interesting pieces as I share my screen is to look at the inventory of homes. And I looked at the ones in Roseville just because I didn't want to really make it too confusing. But the reality is there's less than half the homes on the market than there was last July, and even 50% less than what was on the market in October, November, when the interest rates hit a record of 7%. So are you a seller? And the question is why aren't you selling, right? And I think there's a lot of information out there about the market, and I just really wonder if that's also driving the bus here, right? This is Redfin, right? The big three: Redfin, Zillow, Realtor.com, all said this market was going to be like ice cream melting in July in Sacramento. It's going to be soft, and it isn't, right? But the information out there is very confusing because Zillow is offering data at the end of January, and Redfin has data in at the end of December. And so you're seeing prices of 705, and it's down 4.4% year over year. And the number of homes sold in California are down almost 50%. And the time on market is crazy high. And then you go over and you look at Zillow, and Zillow says, oh, the prices are up 3.2%. And so basically everybody that's selling, or are you a seller, you're in the blender about this, right? I mean, you're in the blender. And what I'm trying to share basically with the data out there is that the market is really, really good. And it's very different than what people are seeing. What people are seeing, or what I want to share with you, is that in Roseville, essentially there's 1 month of inventory right now. And basically, 55% of the houses are in contract in less than 20 days. There's essentially no short sales. There's 2 short sales, and guess what? Those short sales are not being sold. They're on the market for almost 3 months, but the median price, or I should say the average prices in Roseville are going up. Guess what? In Rockland, the average prices are going up. In Granite Bay, the average prices are going up. And the reality is 50% of the new homes listed are selling in 20 days, right? So it begs to answer the question, are you a seller? And why aren't you selling? The buyers are buying, right? And so obviously there's a huge disconnect between what is online and what is actually happening in the market and the activity of the market. And again, I cannot stress enough that if you were a seller last year, you need to connect to a real estate professional, and you need to understand the market value of your home. And that's based on, 4 or 5 things. It's based on the quality, the condition, the location, and of course the price. And it has to be an appropriate price for where you live, for your neighborhood, for your subdivision, for your location. And you're finding, if you do go out on this market, you will learn quickly that homes that are updated, if they're over 5 or 10 years that they're updated and well kept, and there's no moving parts at the close of escrow, meaning that you're going to sell the house and at the close you're out, they're going very, very quickly. And the market is very, very strong, right? So that's kind of the gist of this market. Are you a seller, right? The data is all there. The data is saying that these houses are moving quickly, and they're selling. The average prices are greater than the median, which means the prices are increasing. So I wanted to just have a quick video on this. I didn't want to belabor the point, but are you a seller? You really need to answer that question, because obviously these buyers are finding financing that is making them buy in allegedly an unaffordable market. And so if you don't have the answers for buying a replacement home, you need to talk to your lender. You need to find an agent working in an area that you want to buy so you can stay on top of the market. I really feel that buyers and sellers are going to make out very well right now in this market, because it's really a traditional market. There's the homes are selling again to beat it into the ground. If they're well maintained, if they're older, if they've had updates and some remodeling done on them, and you're going to be moving out at the close of escrow. They are selling, and they are selling really well. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel or like my Facebook page. I think if you found me, you can do both of those things. If you have any questions about the market, or you need a real estate person to help you assess an area for you, whether you're selling or buying, I would love the opportunity to get a shot at it. I want to thank you again for joining me on this video. I hope it brings some value to you. If you have some comments that you would like to add, I do look at them, and I also want to do some other videos based on those comments. So with that, I just want to tie it up. It's a great market, and I think if you understand what your house is worth and it's in the quality and condition that it needs to be, you're going to sell better than you did last year. Thank you, and have a great day.